Thank you, Council President. Council President, I just want to acknowledge and thank all my colleagues for supporting this resolution, honoring the life and legacy of Rakim Hasheem Allen, better known as PNB Rock, who was fatally shot this past Monday afternoon during a robbery at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles in South Los Angeles. PN Rock was 30 years old. He left behind several children, but most importantly, he was the voice of the young people here in the city of Philadelphia. So I just want to ask first, can we officially just take a moment to have a moment of silence in his honor, his memory?
Please have a moment of silence. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Council President. And Council President, you know, for me, the reason why this touched home, and this resolution is also introduced in concert with my colleague, Councilwoman Cindy Bass, who represents PNB, because this was a young man I had an opportunity to meet doing a couple Stop the Violence rallies. One started off in South Philadelphia, but that was one of many that he has done. But most importantly, he definitely represented a generation of young people that need help when it comes to the issue of trauma around gun violence, when it comes to the issue of providing them opportunities, but most importantly, making sure they have a voice and a seat at the table. And so even though his platform, where he could have just said, you know what, I'm just going to focus on making money, he still focused on particularly trying to save our young people and give them a sense of direction and most importantly, hope in the midst of all the gun violence that we're seeing here in the city of Philadelphia. And so I want to take a moment to introduce this resolution honoring his life and legacy, but also just acknowledge how he used his platform to improve the quality of life here in the city of Philadelphia. One of his first songs was a song called My City Needs Something. And I just want to say a few lyrics from that particular song, because for me, it was an example of who this young man was. He wasn't a gangbanger. He wasn't out there having beef with other rappers. This was a young man who was sitting with his girlfriend at a restaurant, enjoying himself, as he should, and someone decided to come and snuff out and take his life. He moved to another city to improve the quality of his life as well as his career, but tragically lost his life as someone who decided to take it based upon the possessions that he had on that particular day. And so one small verse from the song he created called My City Needs Something is very, very relevant to what we're going to today. Goes as this in verse 2. Waited all winter for this crazy summer. Who would think that they would take so many from us? I come from a city where they show no love and killing innocent people. Man, that is so messed up. Good die young ain't how it's supposed to be. Every time I turn around, I lose somebody close to me. I try and hold back the tears and be a soldier, you see, but memories and pain just seem to take a hold of me. My city needs something. And that's relevant to, as we all stand on the front line addressing this issue of senseless gun violence and making sure that we have our young people at the table. This is why we have these hearings. This is why we advocate and we fight for $100 million plus budget to focus on violence prevention so we can save this generation. This is why Isaiah Thomas is saying it's totally unacceptable that we have a system here in the city of Philadelphia that can't pay young people on time in the midst of close to 400 soon plus homicides that we're seeing. So that's the trauma that our young people are facing. And this is a young guy, a young brother, a young king who is the voice of our young people. And I just wanted to make sure that we honor his life and his legacy. Thank you, Council President, and thank you, colleagues.